Hey, this is Mad 1310 Reviews, and here is a 13-inch, 128GB solid-state hard drive MacBook Air versus a baseline MacBook Pro 13-inch. Both same size, relatively same capacity, I believe, and we're going to do a total overall comparison, not just what most people do. Most people just do a speed test and talk about their hardware. I know nothing about their hardware, so if you're here for that, subscribe and then leave. All right. What I'm going to be doing is which one you should buy, which one needs more stuff, because this one definitely you need to buy more certain stuff for that, depending on what you do. Which one's overall the better deal? Which one is the nicest in general? Stuff like that. First off, let's take a look at it. MacBook Air is the ultra thin, ultra sleek. This is for the people who love looks over quality, even though this is very high quality. Then the MacBook Pro, much heavier, sorry to shut the camera, much heavier, much larger, but still just as good looking. Has the overall same Maple design. Both have the same 7-hour battery life. Actually, I think the Pro has 10-hour. I'm not really sure. Both do all the same things. Both have Bluetooth. Both do Wi-Fi. Both of them do have an SD card slot. Both have 2 USB. The only thing this does not have is Firewire and Ethernet. Not exactly something that everybody uses, but that's why they took it off. It does have the charging port, of course, and the headphone jack. And it does have an SD card slot now and a mini display port, which is very nice. Now, let's take a look at the inside. Forgot to shut this one down. There we go. Inside they look relatively the same. Right here is basically the same overall look, except for the slant. Does not have a power button up here. Instead it is right here. The only thing that they changed on here on the keyboard, these two, does not have a backlit keyboard, unlike the original. That is very sad. I definitely like that on them. They basically just made this one blank, and they replaced the other one since they added the power button. Everything else on here looks exactly the same, works exactly the same. Has the same one-touch glass keypad. It is on a slope, like some people consider an ergonomic shape. I just consider them trying to make it thin. This one has a silver bezel or aluminum bezel, just like the matte MacBook Air, but I got the normal glare screen. I don't care that it has glare. I don't want the anti-glare one. Both have the black hinge. The original MacBook Air had a silver aluminum piece right here, an aluminum piece right here, and a white plastic hinge, which caused it to break a lot. They both say they're MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. This one, when it's turned off, it actually looks like one full piece. That entire thing, it looks like a screen. This one, of course, does not, because it has that. Both have the cameras. This one actually has an HD camera. This one does not, has a normal camera. This one has the light here that shows up when it is shut. This one does not, but it shines through aluminum, which is strange. But this does the same thing up here with the indicator light. Now, as you can see in it, the light on this reflects in. Here, let me get up close to it so you can see a reflection. The reflection inside this one reflects as a normal, just like what you would see if you're looking in a mirror. Over here, as you can see, it turns purple. A strange purple tinge in that. It's probably because of how thin it is. It has different material underneath it. And right here, they both have the little signature opening thing to fit your finger in to open it up. Except this one's so thin it actually just cut it out completely. Now I'm going to do a startup test. I don't. For some reason, people like speed tests that way because I don't really know. Because it bothers them that one computer is a second faster. Now, I will warn you, it's going to be different because this one does have a lot more data stored on it. This is basically just brand new. I just got it. Well, I actually didn't get it. I trade for it, but that's in a different review. And again, I'm pretty sure the data does not affect that. I actually have that on a dimmer setting. So, if you're looking at the screen difference, that's dimmer. I will arrange them to see the color difference. Now this is already started up, which is amazing. This computer started up just as fast before, but now we don't really have a good comparison. But I'm just starting them up to do some other tests on them. Give that a minute. While we do that, everything on here looks exactly the same as on the Pro. Does everything the same. Everything here is the same until you change it, that is. But everything here is basically exactly the same. Same top bar, same stuff that comes on the bottom bar when you first get it. And the MacBook Pro is still starting up. I guess that's not a really good speed comparison, but it doesn't even have the thing ready on the bottom yet, so we gotta give that a second. There we go. As you can see easily by how much stuff is on the bottom of that, there is a lot more data that is stored onto that. More games, more applications. I have iWork stored on that. Don't even have a super drive for that, so I couldn't really do it. This one does have a backlit keyboard. Again, wanted that on this, but does not come with that. What was it? Again, both of them have the same played screen. This one actually has better color on it. It's more vivid colors. There's a way of testing that here. Change desktop background. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but if you look closely, you might. This one, for some reason, self-dims. I think that's just something wrong with it. Let's go to Art. This is where I was able to spot it. I never use this as a wallpaper, but look at the two browns. Both are at the same angle, and as you can see, the Pro has a much lighter, it's a much more vivid color, what it should be. If you look at the reds, that's the main difference. The main is very vivid. On the MacBook Pro, it's very vivid. Very nice. You can see it as it's supposed to be, very bright red. This is a more dimmed clay-like red. Everything else seems to be the same. The white is actually brighter on that, but the colors are not, which kind of levels it out. Now let's do a speed test when it comes to launching the internet. Again, more data. Starts up. It's not connected to the internet. I did not set up the Wi-Fi, so it's kind of off Wi-Fi right now, but you get the point. Now we're going to shut them both off. My guess is the Air is going to win. I win. So basically that's everything speed test related. There's some other things that you could have done, but I do not have many programs that are good for speed testing. Now let's shut both of these. If you're going to buy a laptop, buy it over whatever you need it for. I do not do a lot of work related stuff with these. I don't need them for work. I use them just for how they look. I actually just got this. I'm trying to sell the Air. You can see how much thinner the Air is. It's a big difference. One thing I thought would be different with the, if I guess a dull aluminum, not like glossy, that wouldn't show fingerprints. It does show fingerprints just as good as a glossy would. When you see it in certain light, it looks like light spots. This has a definitely heavier, more resistant hinge. This does not. It's very easy. Again, it's like making you feel like it's light. If you're going to be going around traveling a lot, the Air is what you should get. If you're going to be doing lots of heavy work, the Mac's what you should get. Now, if you don't do either of those, it's just whatever you like. If you like a thin computer, if you're like stay at home, even the MacBook Air is good for you. Depends on what you like. I like the MacBook Air because I sit on my bed and use it a lot, but because it does not have a backlit keyboard at night, it's a lot harder to use. But the MacBook Pro has a backlit keyboard. It's a little heavier, overheats sometimes. I've never had that problem, but I've heard it online. But it depends. It's all up to you. Leave me your comments telling me which one you choose, which ones you have, if you have any, what kind of computer you have. Also, this is up for sale. Probably you won't, by the time I get up there, it won't be, but just saying, I won't have it anymore, so you won't see any related videos with it. I did do an unboxing, so go check those out. I have some other YouTube videos. It's good to see them. Subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more unboxings. I just started up, so I'm going to start doing unboxings on a lot of things. Basically, anything I got. I just got a flip cam, which I'm recording with, so I can't exactly do a unboxing of that because I had nothing to record it with. Things to buy with these. You need to get a super drive with this. If you do stuff like if you watch videos or install hardware, you need a super drive. It costs like $75 from the Apple Store. Apple overcharges for everything. You'll probably get a super drive that plugs in by USB online for like $20, or you can get the Apple one for like $50 online on eBay or something. If you use Ethernet, you need to get an Ethernet connector for this. If you use anything with FireWire, you need to do the same thing. Everything else, it has the same as the MacBook Pro. So if you're getting everything to make it have all the same ports as that, it would cost about only like, if you're going straight from Apple, it would cost like $120. If you buy it off of eBay, it would cost about $75. So, or if you buy it anywhere else, that's not from Apple. Basically, that's everything. Also, here's a little trick that I've learned. I'm not sure if any of you care, but here's just like something to learn. I have just use a little magnet. Let's I'll try on this one since this one turned on faster. All you would need is a magnet. I'm not sure if it'll work on this one, but we're about to find out. When it turns on, this is not really anything that should ever help you. It's not going to destroy it. It's not going to hurt it or anything. Does not have it. There it goes. Right here, put it there. It simulates it going off. Because there's magnets in here that can connect. It's not like, it doesn't hurt at all or anything. It's not that you shouldn't do it, just it's pretty stupid, but I just thought I'd share that with you. Well, that's everything. Make sure you subscribe, leave your comments, or not. I really don't care, but don't leave any bad comments. If you don't like the video, just change it. No one gives a shit. Subscribe. It's one click for you. Helps me. Why bother? Just hit it. Won't be putting up that many videos, so subscribing won't be any junk in your mailbox, so thanks, I guess, for watching, and tune back in to see some other reviews and unboxings, stuff like that. Thanks.